massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 20 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will get the first swing of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time. Because...
Oh, he's got some space! Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And why waste any time? Get right to it. The offense with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
From a couple of yards, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. So Clemson's offense will have its first possession of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches, because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football. That is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And the timing just a hair off. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get you.
They pump it up inside their 3. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's Rock. What in the world was he doing? Where was he going? And they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
To throw, it's Knight. He lets one fly deep. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. How about that grab? That thing had to be slick, and he just snatched it with one hand.
I mean, that's just crazy how easy he makes the one-handed catch look. Obviously, there's elements, and you got to deal with the weather. That's part of it. But he just said, I am him. One hand, snag it, my ball.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's running free down the middle. Defense has it, they're on the move. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Bringing it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw. Now to try to find a way to fight back into this game. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end, looking deep down the right side. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They have been bludgeoned right out of the gate in this one now to try to find their footing and get back in this game. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fouls through the defense.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hauls it in. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Gamecocks are on the move. The offense changing the play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the run. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Powers forward. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind. No, you got to be aggressive here, because if you score a touchdown, the nail is in the coffin, and this might be ball game. And even if you don't get it, they're now going to have to drive the entire field.
I'm in the lead. Everything's going.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Great place to start for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Ready, set. Anchor. Spire.
To the air, it's Knight. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just
turning on the Jets. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
And this is why this team is losing these games. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute their game.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Knight. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's got it down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Bringing the heat. Slings it downfield. That one's going to keep him away tonight as he just missed it.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
5 behind his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Firing to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, South Carolina. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Looking to fire. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going.
Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On the ground, it's Hendricks. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Gives it on the option. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. He smashes his way through again. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions that you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They're dealing with a second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Penny. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. There he goes to the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen early. Game, a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Back to pass. They get to him as he throws. Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on the...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Clemson will send the punt team out. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Back to throw, it's Knight. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's made. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he makes makes the play. It's intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the catch. It's Petty. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the returner goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental.
He lost one down the sideline. He's got another 25. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Gonna swing it on second down. Touchdown, Gamecock. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. South Carolina starting to feel a little cocky, and why not, as they stretch the lead on Clemson.
They're cocky, and they should be the way they're dominating this game on both sides of the ball. They are bringing it to Clemson.
And South Carolina's fan base is one of the best in the country, and they are jacked out of their mind right now to be putting on their in-state rival.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Briggs. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Get set, get set.
Off the RPO, complete. All by himself down the middle. And after the huge run, it came at a perfect time for this runner. He's got to catch his breath as we head to the fourth. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Lost to fire on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Briggs. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turning it on! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. He'll run it again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down.
Coming up, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved it. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about...
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into a 2-point conversion. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Clemson will send the punt team out. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the... He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Holds it in down the sideline. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Knight. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Back to throw, it's Knight. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. A first down for the offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, kind of take that, a little rub their nose in it.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Anytime South Carolina takes down